Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Blake. Welcome. If you previewed my other videos on my forge press, my hydraulic forge press, this is the back side of it. This is the motor that was hanging upside down this way against this part of the forge press. My hydraulic pump. I had a steel plate that I had fabricated and welded up to hold my pump before. I don't like it. It doesn't seem secure to me, and it was really funky. So it was a really fast, quick setup. I wanted to get using my forge press right away. So I didn't want to put a lot of time and money into it until I got it figured out where I want to be with some of it. So I'm slowly figuring this out as I go. So this is my old pump mount, the 4 bolts. The pump I'm using is a Princess Auto log splitter pump, hydraulic pump, 33 gallon, I believe it is, if I remember correct. As soon as I figure out how to put specs and stuff in below on my YouTube channel, I'm going to start doing that, listing some of the stuff that's there that I've purchased. This is also a Princess Auto 5 horsepower. It's the model D56HC from Princess Auto. I have it on 230 volt. I'm not running 110, I'm running 230 in my shop. A lot of my equipment's 220, 240, 220 we call it here in Canada. So I'm running it. So right now I'm just mounting my pump to the new pump mounting bracket. It's a C-face for electric motors from Princess Auto as well too. So I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this, sort of cramped in room here right now. I don't want to move everything. So I'm going to get this mounted onto here. I'm using 5/16 bolts with nylock nuts. So basically 5/16 with a nylock nut for my pump. That should hold it. It's not like it's a high vibration area or whatever. So we'll get that mounted up here right now. Four bolts in this. I'm using the 4 bolts on it. I don't know if you can see that or not. Real pain in the... I'm putting the nut heads through this way and the nuts on the back. I want to keep the nuts on the back because they're larger, the heads are smaller, and then this way it doesn't interfere with the U-joint system. So basically this is the rubber U-joint that goes on into this part of the metal on the pump. So basically like that, and then onto the motor sortie, and then this portion I have here goes onto the pump, and then this fits in here. So it's like a knuckle. It allows some deviation and movement and some flex into it, and not a direct drive hard start in case you have problems. So we get the nuts in with the nylocks. I'm just hand tightening for right now. I'll go around as soon as I get everything set up here and get it all tightened up nice and good. Take this one off. This is just a regular nut I had holding it on here till I could get my nylocks and get them in here. Not a lot of room to work here. These are all 1/2 inch. 5/16 bolts, 1/2 inch wrench. Find some comfortable place to kneel here on the floor. I'm not disconnecting my hydraulic hoses, just a pain. Catch all the fluid, clean the fluid, put the fluid back in, so I'm just leaving everything connected. There is fluid through everything here. hydraulic fluid. There we go. So that's mounted on. Good and tight onto there. And what I want to do is I want to take this and somewhere here, see that is a key. Key goes on the shaft in here. It's a keyway like any motor, like any shaft. That's set in there, right? There. Take my, these are all from Princess Auto too. This is the L099 1/2" Revco. Put it on like that. Want to get it on there fairly decent. You also want to make sure that you leave enough room. Let me just get this tightened up in here. You want to leave yourself enough room, I don't know if you can see this, for the heads on the bolts so that you don't, that shaft doesn't hit them, is what you want to make sure. So yeah, make sure you get enough clearance between there. Nothing worse sounding than steel rubbing on steel. And then, yeah, I don't have any T Allen keys, which I did, used to have. There, I got that tight. Then I'll stick my rubber knuckle in there, or rubber spline. Get it the right way here. Actually, I'll slide it on here, probably easier. On that one, what I am going to do now is I'll move this motor out of the way. So, this is a new shelf I put in here. I've drilled my holes for my motor. I drilled my holes into the back plate into my forge press. I originally had my motor mounted here like this. I don't like it like that. I want it this way. Also makes it easier to get at my reset button on my motor. This is the reset for it. And it makes it a lot easier just to get at pump and stuff for me. It's the way I like it. I thought I'd like it compact here, but it's just, no, I don't like it. So put the motor back on here. 5 horsepower is not light. Anybody that says 5 horsepower is light, they are a better man than me. Washer. Hole. I'm using 5/16 by 1 inch. Standard Imperial, not metric, not M8s, M16s, or 5/16 coarse thread, your standard national coarse. These in the back. As I get the holes right. Stand up to look at them ones. I believe I got my holes right on them. Of course, it's going to be a pain. Just grab myself a pair of pliers so that I can hold the bolt while I drop it in. Make my life easier. It's a problem when you have big fat hands. Okay. That one's in, one more. Get all four in here. This one I know is going to be the real pain. My hole's misaligned on that one a bit, so I'm going to leave that for now. I want to get this sort of fired up and tested here. These ones I'm using a standard nut and lock washer on. I'm not using an eye lock with these. I've got the room, so that one. That one. This one again in the back. There. Just getting a couple more bolts into the motor mount bracket down here. I got a couple more holes here. I'm gonna get my bolts into them as well too. Make sure that's all secure. Don't need that moving anywhere. My hydraulic lever handle controller. I'm going to be doing another video on it. I'm going to modify and move it because when I'm standing here working, I'm not liking where this controller is. And plus I don't have a lot of clearance to, if I want to put a foot pedal down here. So I'm going to be moving this as well too. I think I'm going to be positioning it and angling it out this way so it's here a little closer, swing it out here a little more. I can afford the room, and that way I want it out a little further. So yeah, that's going to be one of my next projects. Is this going to be working on the control valve? It's a hydraulic log splitter control valve from Princess Auto as well too, high flow. I'll be going over more specs of this in one day. It's a log splitter ram, Princess Auto holder style. I'll be going over that a lot more in the next couple of videos here. I'll be doing a video over all the changes I do as I go here and modifying stuff and seeing what I like and don't like. I've had to make a lot of changes from my original start of this. It just, yeah, it wasn't working that good. So, give the motor bolts a quick little tighten here. Not like I'm on a belt, so I don't have to be square to any face or nothing. So, wrong way. Okay. Went the wrong way on that. It's gonna get pain. Let's see if we can hook that. There we go. That gets it out of my way now. Ah, better. Okay. You still see okay? See me? Yep. Back of my head all the time. That's what you want to really see. That one. That one. There we go. That's mounted in. So we're nice and sturdy. We got that on. I got my I got this one loose on here on the motor for when I put the face on. I'll set them exactly where I need them to have match up on my face. Uh, 3/8 is what the C-face motor mounts on with to the motor. On the front of the motor, this milled face, it's milled, and there's 4 holes which match up with the 4 holes on this mount system for Princess Auto Motors and that. So, get one bolt sort of started here. There we go. Excuse me, I have a cold. Okay, so now we're trying to line up splines on the motor here. We'd have to take this one up, yeah. Not quite enough room there. Okay, so line that up. Why is that not lining up? That one's there. That one's a little out there. That's a little better. There we go. Get there a little better. I'll just get the hole lined up. That. Okay. There we go. There. In there. Four. Line up. Go. Grab this. 9/16. I'm not doing tightening with it. I don't like tightening with these units, do them by hand, especially on aluminum. If it was steel, I would definitely not have a problem. There. 9/16. My face is up tight. Okay, and then my 1/2 inch, make sure these are all snug. There we go. So that cleaned that up a lot. That looks a lot nicer to me. I've seen guys trim the power packs any way they want. Basically now you have a power pack. So you have your hydraulic pump, your motor, everything. I have it set the way I want it now. So you get everything pretty much tight. The only thing I have to do now is that spline gear in here. Is just get it snugged out. Rotate it, make sure it's snug. Make sure the set keys are tight. I have a pair of T1s, so I just want to make sure these are tight snug. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Excuse me. So basically, that's my new mount system. That's the way I'm liking this. I know it sticks out quite a bit on this end. I'm not worried about this end. I have my tank and everything behind there as well too, so provides a little protection this way. I am going to put a bit of a shroud over here so that no hot metal or anything, but I'm working up here just in case can come off. So yeah, so I'll take you guys down and give you a little show here. So basically, here we go. Sorry, but tripod's the way it's moving. So there we go. There's the motor and the new pump mount. So this is that splined, I call it like a U-joint. This is a rubber, hard rubber, 2 steel. This is a 1/2 inch shaft on the pump. This is a 5/8 on the motor, I believe it is, if I'm correct. And you'll see on the motor here, I don't know if you can read the specifications, 3048 RPM. So it's almost 3,500 RPM. It's 230 volt, 19 amp, 60 hertz, 5 horsepower, phase 1. It's a D56HC. And then this is a 33 gallon per minute pump, hydraulic pump, same as log splitters. And then the C-face mount plate. So we put this on, put the new shelf bracket on, got it all mounted here. I'm just going to put you back up. I'm going to mount my switch back up because I pulled my switch down. And we'll get the switch mounted on. So there. My switch box, I'm going to be moving it too because I don't like where it is as well too. So I'm going to be moving it down the line here one day. But for now, Oh, not the switch back on. I made my own box for my switch. The plastic boxes and that with the heat and everything, I don't like it. So I made a, it's changed to not 9/16, half inch. There we go. Switch is on. So yeah, this is, I'm bringing you around to the face of here. So this is 230 volt safety switch. So I have my on off on this basically. And then the front of my hydraulic press. And oop, let's go there. There, you can see it there. That's better. Moving around here, I can't see that well. So now we got this mounted up. Let's get it plugged in, and we'll fire this thing up. Make sure I got my pump right and everything works good, and then we'll be able to go from there. Okay, that was not good. I think it just fried the motor. Not good. Okay, well, I checked this out. We'll come back and we'll be back in a minute here. Okay, we're back. The big pop and bang you seen. I had one of my wires come loose in my switch. I'm not sure how that happened, but the wire come loose, burnt the switch out, popped the motor, but the motor's working now. So I've got it hardwired in, and we'll just go with the hardwire for a minute here. I want to check everything. I just checked it a second ago. I want to make sure I still have my pressure and everything on my pump. So it's going to get loud in here. You're going to hear the pump and everything fire up in a second here and go. So. Yeah, working great. Take you around again. So everything seems to be working great. I got to order myself a new switch. Amazon, 220 volts. Get the numbers off my thing, order another switch. But yeah, there it's running. Get my motor, get my electric motor cover back on, get my new switch ordered, get that in, pump's working. Sounds really good, nice and clean, like the setup, so that's what we're gonna go with here. So yeah, happy with that. Gets loud in here, so yeah. So if you guys like the videos, hit the thumb button, give it a like, subscribe. I'm gonna be doing, like I say, the next change I'm gonna be doing on this will be the controller. I'm gonna swing it out and angle it over a bit more, sort of give me some room. That way I can, if I want to put a foot pedal, got to go reverse on the camera. If I want to put the foot pedal down here, I can put a foot pedal to operate it, and my forging press and that. If you guys want to see me forging or whatever. But yeah, my next project for next weekend, I'm hoping, is going to get the metal cut with this for this and get it moved over. I just got to figure out how I want to design it and do it. If you guys want to tag along, I'll probably might show a little bit of the plasma cutter I got there. There we go. Plasma cutter, some cutting and that. And then next video after that will be the forge probably. I can walk over and show you the forge here. Yeah, so excuse the bounciness. I'm on my phone here. I got a new camera. Gonna try it. I'm gonna try auditing and some stuff next round. So yeah, so this is the big honking forge I built. It's a 2-burner. Really hogs out the heat. I'll go over some description of this and how I built it and what I did and everything. And yeah, but here's the forge press. I'm going to be changing the solid steel pipe out, my hoses out. I'm going to increase sizes on my hoses so I can get a little more volume faster and cool my oils down quicker. Again, the hydraulic ram off a log splitter. Everything I've made here, I've fabricated myself, fabricate my own dies, my tooling, and that. This reason for the new motor mount is I can unmount the motor, the switch, and I can pull the pump off. I can pull this all off in one assembly. So pretty much everything's bolted together except for the few places where it needs to be welded. And that way I can pull it apart and take it wherever I need or disassemble it for lighty travel. So yeah, so thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully see you on the next one. Like I say, if you like it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Be greatly appreciated. Have a great day.